Now, once you've rehydrated your new bare root rose for up to 2 hours in a nice bucket of water or a water butt like I have, I'm now going to do a technique called healing in. I'm not ready to plant my Gabriel oak that David Austin have gifted to me in its current final location at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this large vegetable raised planter, which I have at North Lodge, and I'm literally just going to temporarily plant it into a holding position until I'm ready to plant. Now, this is a technique you can use if you've, for instance, received a rose as a gift and you want to keep it in a pot and you haven't got round to buying that pot. Don't keep that rose in its bag and keep it in a bucket of water for too long. Get it planted somewhere in a holding position. Now, this technique can be used for up to 6 weeks, and while the weather is really cold and the rose remains dormant. Now, if it does start to warm up and we have milder temperatures, the rose is going to start waking up. Now, it won't start leafing up above ground, but what it will do is it will start producing very, very fine white roots from its actual root system. And if it's got to that stage, well, unfortunately, it's been in holding far too long. So this really is only a very, very temporary situation if you're not ready to plant your rose in its final position. It basically involves planting the rose as you would do in the garden. Dig yourself a nice large hole. Now, I'm very lucky here in this raised bed. The soil is already very, very soft and fluffy. I've been turning this over as I've used it for vegetables throughout the summer. So dig yourself a nice large hole, deep enough to put the roots of the rose into the hole without having to fold them up or bend them. And all you're going to do is plant this rose as you would do in its final location in the garden, keeping the rootstock just above soil level. And you're going to pop that in the ground, give it a good water, and it can stay there, as I say, for up to 6 weeks or until the weather starts warming slightly and you can plant it into its permanent location. So pop the rose into the hole, making sure you're not folding up those roots, and just backfill it with plenty of nicely loose soil. Firm that all around. Firm it down and give that a thoroughly good water, and then you are here staved for about 6 weeks until you're ready to plant it permanently.